Hey guys, Pinopi here bringing another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck list video. This is going to be a quick draw deck list. It's going to be my version of quick draw after the ban list. I'm still testing around with it, and I thought I would show it to you guys because it has a few interesting tech trees, tech patterns, and yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I haven't uploaded a quick draw deck list before, so I figured, hey, why not? Before, you know, the metagame switches to the point where it doesn't even exist. Which is a strong possibility. So here we go. One Dark Armed Dragon, starting off with the monsters. It's a 40 card deck. One Dark Armed. A lot of people are switching over to a dark, more chaos, debris kind of quick draw plant build, and I'm sort of doing my own variation of that. And the deck has really amazing graveyard control, so Dark Armed is pretty staple, and plus there's a lot more darks. These are all the big monsters. One Gorz, just because the deck doesn't have too much back row. You'll also see with the side deck that the way you side usually makes Gorz even more effective. One Caius. Normally in a quick draw deck you'd play more Caius, but with Dandylion being hit to 1 in the ban list, the tributing mechanic just gets hit really poorly or really badly in this deck. So yeah, you are also playing a lot of Pot of Avarice, so you can still reuse that Caius, still get your miles worth out of him. And then one Chaos Sorcerer. You're running 4 light types, which we'll go over, and quite a few darks, so yeah, you can justify playing one Chaos. He's just a good card. When priority gets hit for America, the new mechanic for priority where monsters do not get their priority for ignition effects, meaning when they summon, like once per turn type effects, then we'll see how it plays out. But those are kind of the big monsters. Then you've got your 2 Quickdraw Synchrons. I am still playing Quick Draw. A lot of people are not playing Quick Draw anymore because with Dandylion at 1 you don't have as much good discard fodder. You'll see with the way I play the deck, the different tech options, that it makes him still pretty good. For the plant engine, you've got the 2 Linefire, just because you really need to fuel that Pot of Avarice, and you want to get your Dandylion out as soon as possible so you can abuse it in the graveyard. 1 Dandylion, because it's at 1. 1 Glow Up Bulb, and 1 Spore. So that's going to be your little plant engine. Keep in mind, Spore and Glow Up Bulb are both level 1s. Then also for level 1s, we've got Effect Veiler. Effect Veiler is just too good. Card is too good. The deck doesn't run as much back row. You're not playing Solemn Warning. It's just a good card to stop your opponent's big pushes, big plays. It's a 1-for-1 target. It's a light. Yeah, so overall just a really good card to be playing in the deck. Also on your light count, you're playing 3 Ryko because, yeah, Ryko is just too good. It allows you to play Charge, which gives, you know, Pot of Avarice power. He gives a Pot of Avarice power. Just good 1-for-1 destruction. Yeah, he's really good for that first turn set, all that kind of stuff. Next, I'm playing 2 Reaper. Spirit Reaper did get put to 2 at this ban list, which is really amazing because Spirit Reaper is a great card, lets you get lots of pluses, and you can easily, you know, go Black Rose, do those kind of big push plays, and then bring in Reaper to get rid of your opponent's advantage. And once you build up enough momentum and advantage with this deck, your opponent just cannot keep up with the waves of pushes that you keep making. So 2 Reaper. You can bring him back with Debris. You can ditch him with, you know, Quick Draw if you have to. Him and Quick Draw make 8. Him and Debris make 7. He's a dark for Chaos and for Dark Armed. Then you're actually going to play 1 Mezuki. Even though your only targets are those 2 Reapers, I've actually found that he doesn't really sit in the graveyard by himself that often. You're usually going to get, you know, draw into a Reaper. And he's just a good discard fodder for Quick Draw. And he's a good discard fodder for Bionic. He's good for 1-for-1 to send off, all that kind of stuff. Worst comes to worst, he's a 17 beater, so we can run over stuff, especially with new 6am stuff running around that's actually not that high in attack, if they don't like make their big synchro play. 2 Debris, obviously he's limited, but lets you get back stuff. Make your Black Rose, make your Red Dragon Archfiend, Scrap Dragon, Debris Dragon, all that kind of stuff. And one Sangan to get virtually all the stuff other than your couple big monsters being, you know, Dark Armed and Gorz and stuff. Going into the spells, trying to hurry on along a little bit. 3 Avarice. Obviously, really good card. The deck plays 21 monsters, so the chance of you getting 5 in the graveyard are pretty good. Linefire, you know, Ryko, all those kind of things speed up. Plus synchroing. For speed, you're playing 1 charge, 1 1-for-1, and 1 foolish. All these help speed up the deck, get monsters in the graveyard to fuel Avarice for your draw power, all that kind of stuff. You know, can even give you a little bit of field presence. Then for monster manipulation, you're playing 1 Econ. I'm actually playing Econ over book right now until new priority rulings come in. And 1 mind control. Just personal preference. I've played Book of Moon in place of Econ, and even with Dandylion at 1, Econ can just do some broken things that book can't do. Then for monster destruction, Dark Hole. For monster resurrection, Reborn. And for back row hate, True Nade. So staples pretty much. And then for traps, playing 2 Bottomless for summon hate alongside Torrential Tribute. For attack hate, you got 1 Deep Prison, 1 Mirror Force. 1 Deep Prison, 1 Mirror Force seems kind of like weird, but I added the 1 Deep Prison just because it helps me with my checks on Stardust in case I can't make a big synchro play, and it helps with like Grandmaster, and it can really help just kind of cut the opponent's momentum down just a little bit while I'm getting set up and stuff. 1 limit reverse and 1 call. I used to play more limit reverses, but with Dandylion at 1, the broken plays at limit reverse are slightly harder to pull off. Still could play more, but I don't know. Limit reverse is actually the card I side out the most, probably. And then 1 Solemn. I don't have any Solemn Warnings, but the deck actually doesn't really need it. You usually go, your moves come and go in waves. They get rid of your field, and then you make a big push because of all the advantage you build up. So Warning isn't the biggest card as long as you can stop them from OTKing you. So next, we're going to go into the extra deck. 1 Scrap Dragon, 1 Chevalier, or Chevalier, or whatever. 1 Giant Destroyer, 1 Stardust, 1 Nitro Warrior, 2 Black Rose, 1 Iron Chain, 2 Drill Warrior, 1 Brio, 1 Catastor, 1 Armory Arm, and 2 Formula. So that's the extra deck. I've been thinking about how I play the extra deck. It's been going under some fine-tuning. I decided to add a second Drill Warrior because there's just been way too many times that I've needed it. And I added Nitro Warrior because there's been too many times I needed it. I took out Red Dragon because I needed Nitro more than I needed Red Dragon, but we'll see if I change my mind about that. My awesome Pinobi tokens. For those of you that are not just randomly stumbling across this video and actually watch my stuff. Pinobi tokens, kind of funny. Thanks to DJ Fry for making this picture for me, and I made those tokens. Let's go into the extra deck real fast, since I actually do have one. You're playing 1 Chimera Tech. You don't have room for it in the basic extra deck, so you side it, which is fine. 1 Cyber Dragon, because you play Chimera Techs equal to the number of Cyber Dragons you play. 1 Lila, just for crazy back row decks. 1 Fader, because it has good synergy with the deck being a dark, a 1-star, helps for Caius, you know, Dark Arm Chaos, 1-for-1, all that kind of stuff. Just stops big aggro plays. 1 book in case it's more helpful than the Econ, or just in case you need to stop those kind of plays. Good against Decree decks. 2 MST, just for back row hate. MVP of the side deck, Blackborn of Heaven, helps in Mirror Match, helps in all those sort of fast synchro play decks. Seriously, MVP. People don't play this card enough. It's ridiculous. Stop synchros. Compulse, that card will be even more MVP after the priority rulings, but right now I'm still siding 2. It's also been helping me a lot. 2 Mirror of Oaths because Glads are just really good right now. They didn't get hit. I think Glads are going to make a big play this format. I'm maining Glads this format. I think they're going to do really well. So yeah, 2 Mirror of Oaths for them. 1 Gotham Z-Call, just because X-Sabers steal their stuff when they try to E-Call, when they try to Fall Troll. It makes you be able to make Synchro plays, especially if you take their Full Home Knights to negate with. And 1 Mind Crush, good against random stuff, good against Gravekeepers actually. When they are obviously getting ready to Royal Tribute, whenever they play that Duality, whenever they get that Recruiter or something to their hand, when they get that Necro Value to their hand. So yeah, good card against Gravekeepers actually. So there you go, that's the sideboard, extra deck, main deck, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Whew, man. Whew, I am beat. I'm tired as fuck. Peace out, guys.